What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We are back once again. We're going to be looking at Digimon Adventure episode 43. Now, before I get into it, hopefully you guys were able to watch it. But if you don't mind spoilers, stick around. And if you do not want to hear spoilers, then I do recommend click off the video, go check out the episode, come back. But overall, this episode was interesting. That's the only way I know how to put it, because we do have where in this latest episode where the gang is still traveling, trying to find Faga, and basically we have where uh, one of the ones is basically still saying, "Oh well, maybe I can't find my memories for Galamon." She's still saying like, "I don't remember where this is." She's still having issues, so they're like, "Okay, well maybe if we do this." But Izzy is still looking at the hard drive that or the port that we saw from the previous episode. And Mimi's like, "Well, what is that?" And he says, "Something that I got." And she says, "Well, why don't you just plug it in?" And they're like, "Well, I'm not entirely sure, so why don't..." And then as soon as she does it, everyone's going through trash as well, or treasures that everyone was looking at. And then as soon as that happens, we see, and also there's two Digimon battling for the so-called King Digimon spot, which is of course Eatmon as well as Volcano Man. Two characters, one likes music, the other one likes music and fitness, so they kind of want to have this music battle pretty much. It reminds me of Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which was kind of silly. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, guys. This is probably one of my least favorite episodes. This is probably one of the worst episodes that I've watched of Digimon. This was very boring. I just didn't care for it. That's just me. But if you enjoyed it, then by all means enjoy it. But this episode was just not for me. But we do have where, as soon as Izzy puts in the port, we just see where everybody starts transforming differently, where they're like, "Oh, we can't handle our powers." They crash, and of course these two Digimon recognize the gang, and they're like, "Oh well, you must be the kid that no matter who you face, you always win." And they're like, "You know us?" And apparently they're already growing by their legendary status, which was pretty interesting. And we have where as soon as they just start attacking, they can't even transform properly, because as soon as they transform properly, they can't even use their powers. They start acting weird because of the music. And then we have where no one's winning, and then we have at the very least where uh, Palmon returns, and she and Mimi try to, I guess, start another fight between these two Digimon, and it kind of works to a certain degree. But then Palmon goes into, I would say, another kind of alternate Digimon, which was like something with maracas, and battles these two Digimon and wins. And when we see that, it was kind of interesting, because Izzy's like, "Well, maybe this is just an irregular transformation due to the sound waves and the data." And honestly, again, overall, right when they're leaving, they're able to re-download the data. Everyone's acting to the way they're supposed to be, and Izzy's looking at the data that is updating in his tablet, and is actually able to give him a full map of the area. And Palmon and Galamon looks at it like, "Okay, maybe I can remember using my memories." And again, guys, I'm gonna keep referring Galamon, because Tailsmon, I don't know if that's the Japanese version or not, but Galamon is what I grew up with, so I'm gonna keep calling her Galamon. Uh, and then they just come to a conclusion that we're just going to go ahead and use this map and use her memories. So overall, like I said, it was an okay episode. Again, this episode was just not for me. Some of it just didn't make sense of how their sound waves could affect the Digimon like that. I didn't really understand it. I think it was kind of silly. Overall, like I said, this was not the best episode out of my opinion. I didn't care for it, but again, that's perfectly fine. If you guys did, by all means, do you. If you enjoy it, enjoy it. Not every Digimon episode is going to be amazing. Not every episode of any show is going to be the best or the worst. It is going to have its flaws. There are some episodes that it's going to be okay, just like last week's episode. Last week's episode was decent. It wasn't the best, but it was decent. So again, it happens. But let me know what you guys guys think about the episode overall in the comments down below. If you guys are enjoying Digimon as much as I am, I enjoy reviewing this for you guys every weekend. And just hopefully you guys are enjoying your weekend, enjoying your week. Lots more content coming onto the channel, so be aware of that. And hope you guys are enjoying your day. If you guys consider about subscribing, if they felt like on the video, I really appreciate it. Click the notification bell so you guys are notified every time I upload. And as always, I'll see you guys on the very next video.